Forget about traditional naval doctrines, because the ultimate mechanics of naval gunnery just experienced a shocking reality check in Southeast Asia. The brand new Indonesian stealth warship, KRI Brawijaya 320, which was recently integrated into the Fleet Command 2 in Surabaya, has just deployed with a giant weapon capable of neutralizing surface targets up to 100 kilometers away without firing a single missile. This is a massive tactical paradox, as the Indonesian Navy operates this 6,200-ton capital ship with its 64 caliber Oto Melara 127mm Vulcano heavy naval gun, while its entire 16-cell silver vertical launching system remains completely empty due to ongoing defense procurement schedules in mid-2026. Without an active surface-to-air missile loadout, this massive €1.18 billion dual ship investment is dangerously exposed to saturated anti-ship cruise missile attacks or low-altitude drone swarms in high-tension zones like the North Natuna Sea, leading global defense analysts to argue that, on paper, their only tactical salvation would be the rapid deployment of guided artillery munitions to serve as an active deterrent. Why would Indonesian military planners field a heavily armed giant in volatile waters while its primary missile defense is still under technical evaluation? Before we go on, if you want to master the raw data behind global defense tech, press that subscribe button right now and tell me where you are watching from. To truly comprehend the tactical vulnerability of this massive surface combatant, we must dissect the raw engineering reality behind its empty vertical launching systems. When Fincantieri delivered the ship from the Muggiano shipyard, the vessel arrived under the strict defense classification of fitted for, but not with. This means that while the hull features the physical space and the advanced Leonardo combat management system needed to control high-tier weapons, the physical missile canisters are completely absent. As of mid-2026, the 16 empty silver vertical launch cells mean the ship has zero long-range air defense capabilities. For external observers, this architecture creates a dangerous tactical blind spot. The ship operates a high-tech Leonardo Kronos three-dimensional active electronically scanned array radar capable of tracking hundreds of complex airborne threats simultaneously, yet it possesses no organic surface-to-air missiles to intercept them. This severe hardware delay leaves the 6,200-ton vessel highly vulnerable to sea-skimming anti-ship cruise missiles and modern loitering munitions during its initial deployments. The root cause of this operational bottleneck is purely financial and logistical. The initial €1.18 billion contract for the two PPA vessels heavily impacted the naval procurement budget of Indonesia. Additionally, the cutting-edge combined diesel and gas parallel or electric propulsion system, utilizing a General Electric LM2500 gas turbine, consumes an immense amount of operational funding per hour, making it nearly 2.5 times more expensive to operate than the older Sigma-class corvettes. These severe fiscal constraints pushed the dedicated missile acquisition programs further down the 2026 timeline, forcing a temporary tactical pivot where the giant vessel must depend entirely on its heavy naval gun for survival. This severe missile dependency is exactly where the primary mechanical hero of the vessel steps into the spotlight. To neutralize this temporary air defense vulnerability, the ship relies heavily on its main firepower component, the Oto Melara 127mm 64 Vulcano heavy naval gun. This weapon is a masterpiece of modern mechanical automation. Underneath the stealth turret, a fully automated ammunition handling system completely removes the need for manual loading by human crews, allowing the gun to maintain a relentless firing rate of 32 rounds per minute. The true operational revolution lies within the Vulcano smart ammunition technology. When firing these specialized subcaliber guided projectiles, the weapon achieves an unprecedented range of over 80 to 100 kilometers. Guided by an integrated global positioning system and an inertial navigation system, these projectiles hit their targets with a circular error probable of less than 5 meters. In realistic surface engagement scenarios, instead of expending a multi-million-dollar anti-ship cruise missile, the vessel can rain down 32 highly accurate guided shells in a single minute. This capability is more than enough to degrade the sensors, radars, and combat capabilities of an opposing surface fleet from an extremely safe distance. For close-in protection, the main gun collaborates with the secondary 76mm Strales turret located on the hangar structure. This secondary gun utilizes Dart subcaliber guided ammunition to intercept oncoming sub-sonic sea skimming missiles, creating a robust kinetic barrier. Defense intelligence reports from mid-2026 indicate that the deployment of this heavy gun system with Fleet Command 2 in Surabaya establishes an immediate, highly mobile 100-kilometer denial zone. Even before the formal integration of its missile loadout over the next 3 to 12 months, this advanced guided artillery solution ensures that the vessel remains an exceptionally lethal deterrent in Southeast Asian waters. The operational deployment of this unique weapon system sparks a profound strategic debate between two contrasting naval warfare philosophies. On one side, missile purists argue that in modern maritime warfare, gun systems are fundamentally obsolete because unguided and guided artillery shells cannot actively chase high-speed, evasive warships over the horizon like a dedicated anti-ship missile. On the other hand, naval pragmatists point to the high-density, gray zone friction dominating Southeast Asian waters in mid-2026. In low-intensity territorial disputes, deploying a massive 6,200-ton capital ship that can fire highly visible, warning salvos with a heavy gun represents a far more flexible and economically sustainable deterrent than launching a multi-million-dollar missile which could instantly escalate an isolated border incident into a major regional conflict. The critical lesson from the rapid deployment of this capital ship is that modern naval power is not just about having the most expensive, high-technology missiles ready on day one. It is about maintaining structural resilience, logistics flexibility, and immediate tactical options when global supply chains delay primary weapon systems. By mastering advanced guided artillery as a primary deterrent, the Indonesian Navy has successfully bridged the dangerous operational gap between ship delivery and final fleet integration. If you had to command a Navy guarding highly congested strategic checkpoints, would you invest your limited national budget into a single €500 million stealth giant armed with ultra-long-range precision artillery? Or would you divide that capital to build a swarm of smaller, cheaper missile corvettes to secure your territorial waters? Share your tactical perspective in the comments section below. Hit that like button to support deep defense engineering analysis, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for our upcoming naval combat systems breakdowns.